100 of the best sci-fi movies is laid down by me, your boy C, the host. Most of the stuff right here on Pop Regan, man, we're just talking about sci-fi movies, science fiction movies, man. I think these are the 100 best of them all, and I ranked them. I ranked them from 100 to 1, as I'm wont to do. This is my second time doing this 100 series. Hopefully you've been following along. We're talking about one movie a day for the first 100 days of 2022. Yesterday, we talked about number 33 on our list. Yep, 33, The Terminator. Man, damn horrifying is what that's all about. But Michael Biehn, close to being his coolest. There is another movie somewhere on this list where he's just a little bit cooler, I think. Arnold at his most terrifying, man. You get Linda Hamilton before. You get soft Linda Hamilton in this movie. You don't get guns Linda Hamilton quite yet. And I mean that in the literal and figurative sense. But yeah, check that out if you haven't. Today, on today's bit of business, we're talking about number 32 on the list of sci-fi movies. That being 12 Monkeys. Check out this tagline. The future is history. I'm going to give that tagline a B+, I think. Yeah, solid B+. In the year 2035, convict James Cole reluctantly volunteers to be sent back in time to discover the origin of a deadly virus that wiped out nearly all of the Earth's population and forced the survivors into underground communities. But when Cole is mistakenly sent to 1990 instead of 1996, he's arrested and locked up in a mental hospital. There he meets psychiatrist Dr. Catherine Rayleigh. And patient Jeffrey Goins is the son of a famous virus expert who may hold the keys to the mysterious rogue group, the Army of the 12 Monkeys, thought to be responsible for unleashing the killer disease. Oh, man. Listen, directed by Terry Gilliam, and I am not a fan of Terry Gilliam. I don't really dig a lot of his works. Of course, he's part of Python, so he's forever respected in that grouping. But as far as like Baron Munchausen, okay. Time Bandits, okay. Zero Theorem, absolutely not. Was it The Man Who Killed Don Quixote? Is that the movie he finally came out with? Underwhelming, I thought. There's just not a whole Fisher King. I think he did the Fisher King, and if that's the case, yes, that's a very good movie. But the list of Terry Gilliam unrealized projects is longer than the list of movies he's actually made. But I find him to be a director for a certain type of audience, and that type of audience is not me. But here, he was just firing on all cylinders. And it was one of those, like, he had enough clout that, like, Bruce Willis took a pay cut, Brad Pitt took a pay cut just because they wanted to work with Gilliam. This is back when Bruce Willis cared in movies, and he shines all the way through. He's great. Brad Pitt is just... he's not even swinging for the fences. He's trying to hit the ball into a whole different stadium. He's just 115% in every scene. Madeline Stowe is great in this movie. Just the directing, the editing, the production design, the costumes, the aesthetic, everything works in 12 Monkeys. And it's, unfortunately, because we see him in the future, we know the scientists send him back to the past. It doesn't lend the atmosphere of confusion that it could. Like, Bruce Willis is confused as shit because he's jumping through time back and forth all over the place. But, because we see him, we don't get to share in his confusion. But still, the movie's played out brilliantly. If you've not seen 12 Monkeys, man, it is worth the how it begins, how the end kind of, the snake eats its own tail. The end ends at the beginning of the movie. The vision that Bruce Willis sees, it is, man, beautimous is what this movie is, and that's why I ranked it as high as I did, man. That's why it's number 30. What did I say, number 35 on this list? 32 on this list. I'm bugging. We'll be back in 24 of the hours, man, to keep on talking more sci-fi movies. Until then, you all take it easy. Have a good one.